So really, the whole purpose of that part of the presentation is that even though we're all strapped for time and capacity and desire of what we do with our workday, if you only have 30 minutes, and even if it's 30 minutes while you're eating lunch, you can have much better success with social media when you're targeted with that time. So a few things to do if you really do only have 30 minutes that you can commit to is to start listening. You can't know what to talk about if you're not listening and you don't know what people are already talking about in your community. So to start listening, there are lots of tools, but one that I promote organizations use because it can be used across the organization, even to people that ultimately won't start using the social media on behalf of the organization, is creating a listening dashboard. So you can have Google alerts, you can follow some blogs, you can follow news sources, you can follow other stations, anything that has an RSS feed. And that way, at any time, you can open that up, see what people are talking about, see what the topics are, as well as seeing if your organization's name is being mentioned, or staff or any of your reporters are being mentioned. So you could pick up that people are maybe talking about a story from that morning. So starting with listening. The next is to actually start joining into that. So now that you see where people are, you see what topics they're interested in, start commenting back to that one person. Or if someone wrote up, maybe on their own personal blog about your story, or they went and investigated the same town, go there and leave a comment and thank them and ask them, for more information, or ask them to go, share their story with your readers on the station's website, for example. So don't feel obligated that all of a sudden you have to be doing all of these things, but just start listening, start joining in by just commenting on those people that are already part of the conversation, and then actually start planning. So there are some templates that I'm happy to share or link to, so actually start evaluating who's in the community, and then looking at all those pieces of content you have. So now that you're listening, you know what people are talking about, what kinds of things they're interested in, and then some of those people that are actively talking about what you're doing or talking with you. Now you can take all the content you have and see where it maps. Maybe it maps to certain platforms. People on Facebook are more interested in talking about, news if there's a video or a photo that goes along with it, for example. Maybe people on Twitter don't like it when there's a link, and they just want to talk with you. So being able to plan across all of your content, it's much easier for organizations then with just those 30 minutes during lunch to know where they're going to plug in, what they're going to promote, and then how to share that back across their organization.
Mm-hmm. That's excellent. Just for the record, your website where these templates are available.
amysampleWard.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your opinion on scheduled posts?
I think that scheduled posts, I'm assuming you mean mostly to Twitter, can be okay. For example, when we run our conference, we have some scheduled posts because we want to make sure that there's a post that says, in 15 minutes, the sessions will start, or, next up is the keynote of whomever, in this room. So those are the things we schedule to make sure that they get tweeted at the right time, but we don't want to schedule other things because then it isn't real. So, multiple people on staff have access to that account, and we can, if we're in a session that's going really well, we can tweet that it's going really well, but then that piece is, separate from the world of scheduled posts and is an authentic, real-time comment. And then other people kind of say, oh, that session was really great, or, I'm not in there, can I have, the slides? So I think there's a balance. I'm not going to blanketly say scheduled posts are bad, but if you really want to engage with people, you have to be logged in. So
keep it real.
Yeah, exactly.